Have you experienced narcissistic abuse and find yourself replaying conversations over and over, wondering what you could have said differently, wishing you had seen the signs sooner? You're not alone. If you've experienced narcissistic abuse, you may be stuck in a mental loop called rumination. Today, we're going to talk about why this happens, how it impacts you, and most importantly, how to break free. First, what is rumination? Let's start with a definition. Rumination is a repetitive, obsessive form of thinking. It keeps your mind replaying events, trying to make sense of something that feels senseless. After narcissistic abuse, rumination often sounds like, maybe if I had explained myself better. Was it really abuse, or was I just being too sensitive? What if they were right about me? You go around in these circles, analyzing the past, trying to gain clarity and make sense of this. Why? Because narcissistic abuse is designed to confuse you. Gaslighting, blame shifting, emotional manipulation, it all fractures your sense of reality. Rumination is your brain's attempt at fixing that. Why we ruminate. Rumination is often mistaken for reflection. But unlike healthy introspection, rumination is rooted in self-doubt and trauma. Here's why it happens after narcissistic abuse. First, there's cognitive dissonance. You loved someone who also hurt you deeply. Your mind can't reconcile the differences and the contradictions, so it loops. Number two, gaslighting. You were told over and over that your version of events wasn't real. So now you don't trust your own memory. Third, trauma bonding. Your brain became chemically attached to the abuser through cycles of abuse and intermittent reward. That bond keeps you obsessing long after they're gone. 4, unanswered questions. Closure was never given. Narcissists never offer clean endings, so their silence is ground for rumination. Cost of rumination. Rumination feels productive, like you're solving a puzzle, but it's actually mentally exhausting and emotionally paralyzing. It can cause insomnia, anxiety, depression, decision paralysis, social anxiety. And the worst part, it keeps you psychologically connected to your abuser, even if they're no longer in your life. But here's the good news. There are ways out. Let's talk about tools that can actually help interrupt rumination and bring your peace back. Name it to tame it. Okay, I know it's hard, but when you notice yourself ruminating, say it out loud or write, I'm ruminating. This isn't problem solving. This is a trauma response. Labeling it activates the rational part of your brain and region that is in control. Ground yourself in the present. I love this one. It is a simple naming technique. So you name 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can smell, 2 things that you can taste, and 1 that you can feel. Rumination lives in the past. So using these techniques can bring you back to the present. Ground yourself. You can write a letter that you'll never send. Write everything that you want to say to the narcissist. Add the anger, the confusion, the heartbreak. Don't censor yourself. And then destroy it. You're not seeking for their understanding. You're trying to reclaim yours. Cognitive reframing. Change the questions that you ask yourself. Instead of saying, why did they treat me this way? Say, why did I stay? And then, what did I learn and how can I grow? This shifts you from being the victim to the survivor to the thriver. But also, show yourself a ton of patience. Limit your triggers. Block them. I hope this is a given. Go no contact. Block them on social media. Make sure that they have zero access to you. Create a safe environment that does not invite spiraling. Seek validation outside of your head. You can talk to a support system, a smart support group, someone who can be very helpful. I would be cautious of therapists only because of my own personal experience being abused by a therapist, but you don't have to do this alone. Just find safety. Self-compassion. You did the best you could with what you knew. Healing isn't linear. It's okay to still hurt. So instead of asking, why am I not over it yet? Try, what do I need today to support my healing? Okay, so here's a little more hope. If you're stuck in rumination, it doesn't mean that you're broken, your brain trying to protect you the only way it knows how. But now, you're learning new tools that can align with truth, safety, and growth. Here's what you can look forward to as you heal. I know this because I've actually experienced all of them. Mental clarity, emotional regulation, trust in yourself again, the ability to spot red flags earlier, peace without an apology. One day, the loop will stop. You'll think about them less and less, and then when you do think about them, it won't hurt as much. You'll know that they were a chapter, but not your whole story. I know it sounds trite, but you are not what has happened to you, and you can choose now what to do with the really terrible hand that you were dealt. Thank you for watching, and if this has helped you, please like, subscribe, share it with someone that you think might need it. You're not alone. You are healing, and you are more powerful than you know.